always was funny with the scented diaper pails for kids. Orange.
Oh, it's the worst.
It's like, okay, cool. Now it just smells like orange and poop.
Yeah, the citrusy shit.
Citrusy shit.
All right.
You know what? I prefer unscented shit.
Welcome to the Chip and Cern Show, the podcast about everything and nothing at the same time. They were possibly separated at birth, only to be rejoined to create the sweet sounds that will caress your deepest cochlea. The show is real, random, rant-filled, and ruthless. Please be warned that this show may hurt your feelings, offend your grandma, and even kick your dead dog in the balls. So get ready, and let's get this shit started.
This shit has started. I'm Chip.
I'm Cern.
And you are listening to the Chip and Cern Show.
Yes, once again, or for the very first time.
Here we are. We're back. And Cerny, we're a couple of pizza slinging fools. All we do is sling the za now.
Actually, as of recording, I slinged some za last night.
You know,
round 3.
Once the fam gets a taste of what the authentic, I feel like this is now a 4-part uni advertisement podcast. But so for Father's Day, I had a cook-off. I invited my friend Chris and his family over. We had the little blow-up pool in the backyard, and I was slinging some pizzas. I think I mean, you probably have this down, but I need a process for getting, because I did one and then it seemed like it was 10 minutes in between the other one while I went to get the dough ready.
Oh, okay. So it's I tag team it.
Yeah. Oh, smart.
So Robin she'll lay out the dough and she'll make a pizza as it's getting hot, and then once it's hot, I slide it in.
Okay.
I walk the peel back over to her so she can start making another one while I'm turning the dough.
Right, because
turn in the pizza, pull it off, dump some pellets in, let it heat back up as I get dish it.
And you brought
an assembly line going last night.
Nice assembly line. You have just someone on the cheese, someone on the mozzarella, then you have someone else on the. You're doing multiple cheeses. Now
Jeffrey just sat there on his tablet and
just receiving the goods.
I mean, he had actually delivered it to him, on the couch. Like he was like, the dinner's ready. Can you get it for me? I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I guess
we had that the other day, actually, for Father's Day. We got lucky, and what the kid went, the youngest went down for his nap, and then Charlie was, we're like, hey, you want some iPad time? You want to watch whatever? Mom and Dad are going to take a nap. Get a nice little nap for ourselves. Then, right when you kind of get in, you get the fan situated. Mom. And then we don't even get up. We're just, what? Can you bring some chips? Was a request from down the hall. I said, you can get the chips yourself. And the answer, but I don't want to. All right. So do you think we went to?
Yeah.
That's the thing, is like they don't even see the other 100 sizes.
No, they don't. It's I'll be work from home. I'll be working.
Yeah.
I'm like, come down, refresh my cup of coffee. So I'll go down, I'll pour a glass of coffee. Oh, Dad, are you in the kitchen? Yes. Can you make me a sandwich? I'm like,
oh,
what are you doing?
Watch.
Oh, you want me to make it? I was like, yeah, I would prefer, since I'm working and you haven't got pants on for the last 5 days.
You're in the same underoos as you were on Tuesday.
Yeah, I know. You wash it when you jump in the pool at them.
Hey, when I was a kid, a swim, that's as good as a shower.
No, that's what he says. It's good enough. I'm like, that's good enough.
I would say that rule stops applying kind of when high school or when puberty starts hitting. Then
that's what he doesn't like. His armpits don't stink. He's still little, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, we once that puberty hits, then that's when the stench starts oozing out.
Oh yeah.
And then,
Yeah. Yes.
And then somehow in high school, the only thing to cover that up is copious amounts of Axe body spray.
Oh yeah, that was the worst. Oh,
now
just bathe in the mist.
It was, and I think when we were in high school was when that shit came out, right? Basically.
Oh yeah. It was when it came out and it was like the new thing.
It was a new thing, and the way they first started their commercials out was kind of they went the Carl's Jr. route, right? They're like, if you wear this, you're gonna get to see some titties, or you're gonna have chicks.
You will be beating
the
girls off your dick because they will be flocking to you.
They won't be able to contain
like Pepe
themselves.
Le Pew, the perfume. He's carries them over.
He's floating on his skunk scent. And I swear that commercial dropped during whatever, during the OC or something.
Yeah, we
whatever.
were like
the next day in the boys' locker room, it looked like people were fucking hotboxing in there. It was just so much Axe body spray.
Instead
everywhere.
of Smoker's lung, is there Axe lung?
Yeah.
It was like
I've got some fierce peppermint.
And back in the day, you would run around PE and you put your clothes back in your locker. Remember, you let it go you let it ride in the locker for a week. You sniff. You're like, oh fuck.
Oh my god.
All right, we're good. It's good for another week.
Here's the thing, though. I think the Axe body spray when it came out, it was probably $5, $5 to $7 a can, right? Now, at the Nicodemus house, we couldn't be splurging on such things. So I would literally,
frivolous things
like, and my dad had some weird thing against deodorant smelling. Like he literally would only buy unscented deodorants. And I said, well, I'm not, but the word is literally deodor.
Yeah.
So there needs to be something in there to help that
That's
along.
a stark contrast. So my dad first bought me Brute. Remember Brute?
Whoa.
That shit would burn your armpits when you put it on. It was like
Brute was like what you would envision John Wayne wearing. Like if John Wayne and Clint Eastwood,
on, it was like like
God.
Macaulay Culkin, like doing the it's kind of like you put it on your.
So my biggest problem at freshman year of high school was how to get my hands on some of this premium, some of this illegal Axe,
some contraband.
So I had two things. I had the economically I was priced out, and I didn't have any money. Two, the whole scent thing, because it's not. Axe doesn't play it subtle with the scents.
No.
Overpowering is being a conservative when describing the scent.
Yes.
Now, I don't know. And remember how we would walk around the lockers and we just play the lottery. We would just start opening the doors and see who fucking didn't bring their lock. We wouldn't really steal anything. It was just to fuck around with people's shit. Because when you're 14... That's what you would do. You just fuck around with people's stuff.
Watch them get in a panic and laugh and, to the point of almost tears. And then you let them know, hey.
And then you realize lock
your shit next time.
Done. You're like, hey, lock your shit up. Here's your backpack with all your clothes in it and stuff.
Your clothes, your wallet, your phone.
Right. Remember you just pack everything up? Whoops.
Mm-hmm.
The teachers would do that too. The PE, they would learn to try to learn you a lesson.
And it would learn you up. I would just stand by that one. I think it happened to me once. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. Or the other big thing for the boys' locker room was, remember when you would forget your combo? This is before they thought to make like a universal little lock on the back.
Yeah.
And they have to get the basketball coach to go get the bolt cutters that they had on top of some 14-foot high shelf, so no fucking jackasses could grab them like us.
Yeah, go steal your shit.
And I remember he'd be walking through the locker room and was like, "Oh, someone's getting their lock cut. This is great." And it was the whole
start chanting.
thing.
Oh, everyone's just stand.
Loser. We don't even know what they did. We're just yelling "loser" at them.
Stand on the locks, stand on top of the lockers, oh.
And then, of course, the basketball coach takes the opportunity while they have the floor to. Well, what's so important in this locker? What do you need to get in here? What kind of shoes do you have? And they kind of go through and fucking around with your shit. Ruthless. Ruthless place high school is.
I don't think, if you think about
Is
it
that
now,
is that
I don't
happening
know
anymore?
I don't know. I just don't think shit like this is going on.
Now, I will say it's hard when you have, 100 teenage boys literally with hormones just leaking out of their bodies.
Yeah.
And testosterone and
the wind catches you, right?
Yeah, it's like there's just going to be a certain level of jackassery you're going to have to, and tomfoolery you're going to have to put up with in the boys' locker room.
Yeah, that's just how it goes.
But I feel if you want to stay away and stay out of it, usually, no one's going to...
We didn't really fuck with anybody that wasn't really... I don't think, we didn't, go out like the weird, the weird person sitting off in the corner. We didn't let's go fuck with them.
Right.
It was mostly I think we went after the loudest motherfucker that was in there that one said, bring it on. Like, okay.
Who's running their mouth, who's also fucking around with people,
who grabbed our attention. That was bad.
Yes. Who struck our attention up. Yeah, that was, there's always going to be something. But the Axe body spray, I never really, and then I think by the time I got to, college or whatever, it was like, oh, and then word got around that girls actually weren't really into it. Because
I remember it was like a big thing that smokers tried to hide. That's what they used to eventually after a while. They tried to hide their, stench.
Right. You go rip a butt at the parking lot and you just go by your car real quick.
Yep. Bathe in it.
Now you just smell like Axe cigarettes.
Yeah, I know that. That's always the word.
It's just like, okay, now you... always was funny with the scented diaper pails for kids. Orange.
Oh, it's the worst.
It's like, okay, cool. Now it just smells like orange and poop.
Yeah, the citrusy shit.
Citrusy shit.
All right.
You know what? I prefer unscented shit. No scent.
That would be perfect.
That would be the one.
That would work.
Now, since we do have a platform, I have to. And we're talking about diaper pails, I have to go against the diaper genie. I realize it's being kind of sold as the gold standard of diaper pails, and it is convenient. And I don't know what you used. I know it was some time ago, Cerny. But this is the one that they sell you the cartridge. It's like a 25-foot big long trash bag.
I don't
and you
think
tie
we
it up.
had that. Yeah, I think my wife had already danced with that thing.
Okay.
And she said, "This is the
worst." So if you have a baby on the way or something, Chip anti-endorsement of the diaper genie or a similar thing, and I'll tell you why. One, it's super wasteful because when you go to the end and then there's like a little blade and you cut it and then you tie the next one, you pull it down. Well, there's going to be a point where you only pull down 6 inches and you can't fit any diapers in there because the second you drop it in, so you're wasting all this. So all the cartridges are fucking you over multiple ways. So just get one that can hold whatever your regular garbage can is.
Yeah, I think that's what we did. Because she had said something back. I was like, what the hell is that? She's like, no, we're not doing that. I was like, okay.
And it's a subscription model with the...
Yeah, it's like the Keurig.
Yeah, it's like the Keurig of diapers.
Or razors, like the Gillette.
Yeah. Well, there was speaking of kids and their interesting ways, we just moments ago out here in the Studio West.
That's right.
We go up against a cul-de-sac and there's some open area. So we get some deer coming through. We got raccoons. There's a lot of little critters coming around. Now, my daughter says, I just saw a German Shepherd. Well, we're literally just sitting out in the garage, and I'm like, what? A German Shepherd? So I go,
let's get on our feet.
I'm like, hold on here. What's going on? A coyote was coming through, and not any little fox-looking one. It was a full-size,
a larger one. Okay.
Yeah, he probably heard the neighbor had cats, and probably heard a couple clucks of the chicken. So he knows good eats are coming up. Now, my daughter spotted this, so it's already been brought up 5 to 6 different times, and I said, I'm going to do the podcast with Cerny. She goes, you got to tell Cerny about the coyote, so just be ready.
This is big news.
I'm just prepping you probably until, what are we in, late June here? Probably until Christmas, we'll be hearing about the coyote thing.
So when she comes over for swimming,
you got to ask her about the coyote.
Okay, I will.
And then as you know how these things go, it started opening just the floodgates of just crazy questions. Dad, what if there was 100 coyotes in our driveway right now?
Oh, fucking what? I just had the same conversation with Jeffrey.
What? I'm like, where did
this... It wasn't coyotes, it was dogs. It was like, what if 100 dogs fought 50 bobcats? And I was like, what the fuck? What kind of stats? I said, what size dogs, first off? Are we talking full size? Are we talking dachshunds? He's like, all the dogs. I was like,
when you start trying to dial into the story a little bit more, it gets real flimsy real quick.
Yeah.
But they still demand an answer.
Yeah. So I'm going to go with the dogs.
Yeah. And I said, probably the dogs. 100 coyotes. I said, well, the coyotes don't really, I think we would just go inside. That's what I said. I was like, how can I wrap this story? I was like, we would go inside and shut the garage door. But I would say to see 100 coyotes on your driveway would be...
I would be a little fearful.
That would shake some people to their core, I think.
So we had something, I think it was last year, whatever. I think it was last year. To be part of the ring community. Somebody had a picture of a mountain lion sitting in their driveway.
Whoa!
Laying there. Oh yeah, it was like a mile down the fucking street.
Like how a cat lays in a hot driveway?
Yep, just laying there. Like you can see like the tigers and the cat, just laying there. Damn. So they're like, oh shit. So we were walking and I saw it. I was like, oh wow, on the ring thing. And then like
you
not
saw it
like
on the ring, not
on the ring thing.
Okay.
Yeah, not on my driveway. It was on that road.
I'm like,
on the ring.
You hopefully got the fuck out of there.
Oh, so then like a couple days later, there was so many missing cats, missing little dogs. I was like, oh. I told my dad, he's like, I wonder why there's all these missing animals. I said, free lunch.
And then he probably went back into the foothills and he was,
I don't think they ever found it. Now, I think it was last week they saw a coyote, or not coyote, like a mountain lion in Citrus Heights, which is for those who for those who don't know, it's even more suburban than Folsom. There's really no... I don't know how the fuck.
I don't know how would they get there.
It's like a neighborhood. Yeah, I have no idea.
I-80, I guess. It's the only way. It's the only way that I know. Did you speak in mountain lions? Dude, they're hardcore. They're just like hardcore killers. They're stalker. Like you don't know if they're following you and stuff. Anyway.
Yeah,
I just don't.
They can jump like I saw this thing. I swear it's like 40 feet from a.
It wouldn't surprise me
from a standstill. I was like 40 fucking feet.
It wouldn't surprise me. Did you ever see that one viral video of this guy that was going out on a trail run and he ran into the mountain lion
with the babies? Yeah.
I literally, that video was like 8 minutes. My heart rate, I was like,
sweating.
oh my God, this poor guy. I'm like, are we going to see him die? How did he upload it if he dies? That's what I'm like.
I don't know.
Is it live streaming to the cloud? How is this? What's happening? I don't know.
Really I was like, God damn, it's terrifying. Like, and there's a few moments like where he looks like he's gonna turn away. He's like, oh, and then he comes back. Like,
and the way,
like when I had the dog, when I fought the dog, it's the same thing. Yes. It's like, fuck, it's like they're on you so quick. Then you realize, like at that moment, like you are not fast, you're not strong, you're just smarter than that. But fuck, it don't matter at that point.
You might be fast in the human world, but in the entire food chain, you're in the grand scheme of things, you're a slug.
Yeah. You're right next to fucking Yertle, the goddamn turtle.
And yes, we humans have invented the iPhone, but when a mountain lion is closing in on you, you're up Schitt's Creek.
Yeah, and I think it was Jeffrey or something like, why didn't you pick up a rock and throw it? I was like, you're not thinking, and plus, you don't really want to take your eyes off the beast. I said, it's just not. Yeah, it's easy to sit back in the bleachers or the back seat and be like, hey, why don't you just pick up a rock and throw it at its head? Like thread the needle like Kurt Warner right between the fucking eyes. Come on.
Kurt, quick slant to Folk out there for a little 6-yard TD. Warner Folk. Yeah, and you don't know. Okay, if you grab the rock, is that going to take it like you're attacking it, and then it's actually going to come at you?
Yeah, I know. It's like, do you want to poke the kick the dog, poke the bear, whatever the fuck.
I do think don't turn your back on that thing.
Because you're done.
Keep looking at it and just try to create distance, and then I don't know, wait till you're 42 miles away, and then turn around and run. Because in that thread with all the stuff, they were saying like a mountain lion's territory is some crazy like 12-mile radius or something that just seemed insane.
And you know what? Like, it was 8 minutes. I bet you it was probably like days in that guy's,
yeah. 8 minutes must have dude, I mean, man. I don't know how you wouldn't feel like you were going to get mauled to death. Would you go with the X? Would you hit him with the X?
I don't know.
Or you try to give him, you'd have to sacrifice an arm, so you're non-dominant.
Yeah, something's going to lose, yeah.
And then you got to punch him in the nose or something, probably,
or the throat or some kind of shit, yeah.
But then what if those big mountain lion paws just hit you upside the head? You're fucking done.
Oh, you're fucked, yeah. I mean, those nails, those are huge. Those claws, those fangs. Oh, my, it's... They try to go for the neck or something. Yeah, that's what they're... Actually, it's like that's why they want to go... That's why you don't want to turn your back. I think they go for the back of the neck.
Oh, and then they turn you into quadriplegic?
Yeah, and crush your throat at the same time so you can't breathe.
Nice.
I'm like, oh, yeah.
And then he probably would just leave you there, so you would just suffer as you
he might try to eat your ass. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think that... I don't know.
Anyway, if any mountain lion experts want to call in, shoot us an email.
We'll squeeze some time in for you. Don't worry.
We can. We'll clear the calendar. So 100 coyotes on the descend on the driveway. That was one question. And then it was, just to be safe, the Ari, our oldest dog, she's 14. She's an old lady now. She's, a little 15-pound dog. Fair enough to be considered coyote food. So we're just like, okay, let's go. We brought her inside. Why did you? And then there was questions about why did you do that? And we're like, well, we don't want Ari to,
get in a scuffle.
Yeah. And I'm like, they both bark. So maybe they would talk in a different language and blah, blah, blah. And she thought that was interesting. That I just made that up. I totally just made that up. But, yeah.
The question, they never go away. Jeffrey's 9. I still get the fantastical, like, okay, so what if a megalodon? No. Oh, you know what I got today? What if sharks could fly? I was like Sharknado or some shit like that. He's like,
yes.
No, like birds. I was like, well,
wow.
Going outside would be a little more risque.
That would be problematic. Could you imagine giant sharks?
Like a flying in the sky.
Did you ever watch Sharknado?
Yeah, I've seen it. It was kind of...
What about Sharknado 4 or whatever with
No, I think I made Sharknado and I got the gist.
Yeah, I that was an interesting... it was... Again, we were big on this concept that we critique movies how they're meant to be critiqued, sort of. Like, you don't go into Sharknado 2 thinking it's the second coming of Citizen Kane.
No, it's
you
not going to be.
You just accept it for
silliness.
For the silliness that it's going to be. Yeah, one movie, I know we're both Tom Hardy fans. Cern.
Yes,
my wife and I came across the movie Legend. It's about these two twin Irish gangsters, and Tom Hardy plays both. So they do kind of like what they did in the Facebook movie with the Winklevi twins.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good movie and it's interesting, and we watched about half. But it's like, have you ever seen a movie and you're like, I don't really want to invest the time to finish this? It was okay, but they just tried too hard.
I think my dad had seen it before.
Yes. Did he warn you away?
Yeah, he said, "Don't waste your time."
I mean, it was
not his best work, or not. He goes, not that he did bad, but it's just not great. I said,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't really recommend that one. I mean, unless you're Tom Hardy, does it for you, then you're getting double dose.
Oh,
but one of the twins he plays is gay. So I guess there's a Tom Hardy for everyone in movie Legend.
Oh, okay.
So
for everybody.
Yeah,
for all
anybody, whoever.
All Tom Hardy lovers.
Do you like the dong? Guess what? You're in. You're in. You're in. Oh man. Okay. We got the pizzas.
I just thought about that.
What?
You like the dog, right? And I was like, oh, okay.
You're all good. Tom Hardy's probably finishing, wrapping up the Venom 2 movies coming out soon, as well as the Carnage.
Right. That's right. That's right. I think it's September is coming out. So Jeffrey is waiting.
Or you think you're going to spring to the movie theaters for that one? Maybe by September, everything should be hopefully pretty quote unquote normal.
If he, yeah, I think we will.
Yeah. Did they? I always remember it being a thing about you got to be 13 to see this movie. Doesn't matter if you're with your parents or whatever. Are they super strict about it or?
No.
It's one of those things.
I took him to see Venom, which is 13 or that's rated R, I think, isn't it?
Pretty sure.
And he was 6, 7.
I think our Father of the Year award is in the mail, sir.
It's in the mail.
Here's what it all boils down to. I think is that does the 17 to 19-year-old kid that's standing taking tickets give a fuck? No. I only had that happen once. Oh, a cowboy.
Yeah.
You ran into a cowboy?
It was somebody who was like 68, and this was like their part-time after retirement. So Zach wanted to see it with his friends.
Okay.
And I said, sure. So I bought him tickets and all that other shit. And they said, nope. I said, I'm right here. They're like, nope. You got to go in with him. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
What?
Yeah, I had to go in with them.
You had to buy it. You had to buy a ticket, then to walk in, then to walk out.
Yep. They said, "Well, you stay with him?" I said, "Yeah, sure." Walked him in. Fucking walked right back out. I already saw it. I think like Robin and I had saw it for whatever reason, but
probably on the Plex.
Yeah, I think that's what I think. But he wanted to see it with his couple of his buddies.
Yeah,
like they want to go. I said, "Yeah, that's fine." I already saw it. It's just gore, this usual shit.
Right.
And it's like. This guy was like, no. He was like freaking out. And I was like, listen, I said he's fine. I'm standing right here. He's like, no, you gotta go with him. I was like, fuck you.
That's
so I got in, sat down, said, all right, walked out.
Wow.
I was like, fucking guys.
What?
But yeah, the Venom thing, it was no problem. So I think he was 6 when it came out.
Wow.
And
nice.
The usual, it wasn't. It was, Venom's pretty tame, but there was one thing where he's like, remember he wouldn't jump out of the window, and Venom, the voice is like pussy, right?
Oh yeah.
And everyone laughed and they got quiet. And Jeffrey's like, "Dad, I was pussy," and I was like,
"We'll talk about it later.
I'll tell you later." Don't say that out loud next time. People well, I'm already getting judged now. It's even extra hard.
Yeah. Dad, when does kindergarten start tomorrow?
the Thursday midnight showing.
Yeah. Don't have school in the morning, Dad? Another beer, Dad? Just totally just sinking your ship. I have had a few recent instances of the minimum wage employees not, and I think as a whole society is kind of seeing like, oh, the pandemic. Hey, wait, if you're making more money on unemployment, maybe there's a problem with the amount of money that you're making when you're working. And maybe we need to raise some wages up.
Now, if you're a...
Ted Cruz doesn't share similar...
Yeah.
He doesn't share a similar mindset
that there shouldn't be any kind of unemployment benefits to drive these people back to work.
Right, because they'll just be lazy and sit around.
Yeah.
But anyway, at the community pool down here, now everything, you got to book a reservation. and these systems, these online booking systems that the counties have or that the cities have. I mean, they're like borrowing DMV's technology from like 1995. It's horrid. It's almost unusable. Like I get so frustrated. I'm like, oh my God. Anyway, I can't figure anything out. I managed to secure a time, $11 for a reservation. So I'm taking them both to the pool, load them up in the car. They're all excited, got the snacks. We're doing it up, right? For an hour and a half. Then I go in and you have to check in. I'm like, yep. I give them my last name and they're like, oh, the other two? And I was like, yeah, they're same. They're with me. And this girl, the lifeguard, like is looking down the list and clearly it's just my name on there.
Oh, she wanted oh my God.
And then so I was like, oh, they're on there. She's like, oh, it's okay. And she just let us go. And now I realize because I went back on the website to try to book more. You're supposed to book one for every person. So I've just been bringing in the whole family. I thought one cover charge for the whole carload of folks. Let me just bring them on in here.
Okay.
And she was like, just didn't care. Like she could have stopped. I don't know. That would be tough to tell a 5-year-old and 2-year-old swimming.
And that's I actually enjoy that when they kind of like someone does like a little bit of like rational thinking. Like,
yes,
okay, this is clearly both people are sub 6.
It's not me like, whoa, let me get one over on the city of San Rafael.
He screwed up. These kids are going to be sorely disappointed. So fine.
And at the end of the day, are you going to get your whistle and your giant inflatable lifeguard?
I just had this
taken away. Probably not.
I just had this because we were driving. We went to Auburn today.
Nice.
Check some things out. What's the wood store and shit. But anyway, and we drove past Rattlesnake
Live
Bar.
Edge. Any Live Edge pieces, sir?
I didn't get to take any home. I got poo-pooed.
Just window shopping today?
Yeah, I got a little piece I was going to do something with, but yeah, window shopping today. I'll be back. Don't worry.
You'll get them next time, bud.
So we went to Rattlesnake Bar. I don't know if you know. It's
yes.
So I remember I was like, oh, I had to work up here, a few times and stuff like that. She's like, oh, people know it's up here. I said, just the locals. And she's like, so I go, it's pretty. I remember it was pretty slow. And I said,
yeah,
people went up there because it's illegal to drink on the lake.
Oh, right.
So they would bring their beer up there. And then she goes, and I said, I remember the fucking rangers telling us like, hey, if you see someone with beer, you need to tell them that they cannot bring that in and that you will be reported. I remember thinking, fuck you. I'm 16. I'm not going to I'm making $9 an hour at 16. I'm not going to go wrestle this adult for his fucking 30 pack of Coors Natty Ice. So fuck it. I'm not doing it. Leave it alone.
Oh, yeah. And he's already probably drank 2 on the way in while he's waiting in line.
Yes. I remember thinking, hell no. And I remember thinking the same thing like, no, if somebody tries to hold you up, they can have the fucking money. I don't care. I'm 16. I'm making $9 an hour.
$300 worth of cash. Like, were you going to risk your life over that? Come on.
Take it.
You're lucky if I even take a toll.
There was actually one time. It was the 5th of July. It was like the Monday after the 4th. I remember this. I was sitting. They said it was going to be slow, so I was by myself in the big entrance, Granite Bay.
Yeah.
I had $20,000. It was fucking crazy cash. It was insane. It was just nonstop. No, it was like I had never seen so many. But it was like a perfect
20s,
flow.
20s,
and it couldn't fill up. It was crazy. I remember thinking like, holy shit! I counted like I have 20. I had to call like because it was like midnight or whatever.
Yeah,
by myself. I had to call Ranger. Say hey. Yeah. I was like, can I get some escort? Like, wow, I got 20 grand. Like, what? How fucking busy was I? It was busy.
What's a normal, just an average summer Saturday on the lake pull-in? Couple hundred?
Oh,
maybe?
They could do, no. They could do like, it was like, if you think of like I think at that point in time, it was $7 a pop for a car. It was like 15 for a boat.
Okay. So you're getting $25-$30 if you got your truck with your boat on it.
Yeah. I forget what. Yeah, something like that.
Anyway.
But yeah, it was like, so you would get like, you can pull in a couple grand. Like $9 grand would be a busy day.
Wow.
But I remember I had like just this big bag of like cash. And I was like, if I just leave, never come back.
I hereby resign and I don't know what happened to the cash. Sorry. Slow day today. We only got 50
They used to
bucks.
do this thing. I told my wife too. This is kids, take notes. So we had this thing where if you were $5 off, you had to write an explanation as to why.
Oh, okay.
I always kept change in my pocket because every time I was $5 off, I'd throw a penny in there. So now it's $4.99 off, so I wouldn't have to write the explanation.
Smart. Very smart, Cerny. I mean, that is working harder. No, that's working smarter, not harder.
Yeah, because obviously I peeled off if I got stuck or something, and oops. Okay, well, here's a penny in there. Now $4.99. I'm good.
When I worked at the bank, there was a similar thing that your drawer, you had to balance it every day, and it can only be like $3 off on the cash, which is tough because you usually had, 10 to 20 grand in your drawer.
Ooh, okay.
So to get that to a $3, you wouldn't think it's tough, but when you're doing fucking 80 transactions a day, there's stuff. It just happens. I don't know what to tell you.
Multiple times for errors.
It happens. There's a reason why they get you a buffer zone. But yeah, I mean, if you were over by like 5, you'd be like, fuck it, I'm not going to, because, you would find it in there. And basically the next day you would recount, because when you open your drawer, you count it and you're like, oh, there's the $2. And then it would balance out. But if you were like 50 or 60 bucks and you were trying to think like, oh, what customers came in, and you would have to look through all your slips to see who got cash back. I was fucking hell. And I thought I was being a slick and doing it in my head and shit, and I would be all fucking backwards. But you would get, if you were significantly over, people would come over and be like, I'm going to recount this and make sure this is all like all topped up, because if you had too many of those kind of exceptions, they start really pulling back on how much cash you can handle. Obviously it makes sense, right? It's like a business thing.
You can't address it.
But I one of my things I took upon myself, because whenever I heard the stat of like, oh, it cost 4 cents to make a penny, I was like, why are we doing this? And I'm going to I'm going to stop giving pennies out.
I'm going to destroy the change in circulation.
I am going to stop circulating change at Windows 7. Henceforth, Windows 7 is not dealing in pennies. And I would just round people up. They're like, oh, I'm like, nope, don't worry about it. 2 cents on the house. Boom, here you go. Here's a nickel instead. I'm like, and then I started getting all these pennies. I don't think it changed anything, but I felt like I was sticking it to the man. Sometimes that's what it needs to be.
Sometimes it's moral victory. That's what it feels.
Sometimes that's what it needs to be. Just sticking it to the man. Okay. Well, Cerny, we're closing in on the big birthday pool bash on the 4th of July weekend.
Yes, we are. We are.
Very excited. Excitement is swelling around the house.
We had some people over for Father's Day. The pool got a little fucked up, so cleaning it off right now, so it's ready to go.
A lot of bodies in there?
A lot of bodies, a lot of wild bodies that decided they wanted to run through sand and then run into the pool. Now I have a sandbox at the bottom of my pool, and I got to vacuum it out again.
Yes. Okay. I have a couple ideas, but we'll save them for off air.
Okay.
And I realized my son was contributing to sand, but I think it was a fistful.
This is
a
that
shovel.
was child's play compared to what I'm looking at. I have a fucking sandbox in my pool. I was like, what the
Oh my God.
And they were trying to, it was some sort of tag game. I wasn't quite paying attention because I was on the grill. But
when you're working the oven, when you're working the pizza oven, you got to be 100% focused, because if you
it's gone. Your pieces, you got toast. You got toast right
Where's
there.
my phone? Let me change the song. There's no time for that. You got to be fucking dialed in.
So apparently they were playing some sort of tag game and running around the pool, and just with their wet feet ran through the sandbox, jumped in the pool, and did it multiple times. I didn't know until Robin's brother was like, "What? Why is there so much algae going at the bottom of your pool? Because that's green sand."
Oh,
and I was like, I looked and I was like, "Oh, that's not algae. That's sand." They're like, "Oh, the kids fest. Like we were running through the sand. Okay, well,
does your little pool Roomba get that though, or do you have to get some specialty tool?
No, the pool Roomba will get it. I just have to sometimes it's not the best, so I have to like take the hose off the Roomba and like go with my snorkel like on and like suck it up and shit.
Shit, you're like down, you're in there cleaning.
Yeah, I mean it works sometimes, but there's some spots
it's not
where
going to get it perfectly though.
Yeah, it'll collect where the thing can't really reach it, and I'm like, okay. Man. So I'll just go down. I was just like, okay, well, I wasn't like, the kids were fucking playing, so I was like, you know what, okay, well, let's not, let's stop that practice right now. Okay, it's fine. I'm not mad. I'll vacuum it up. Don't worry. Let's just not run through the sandbox again.
And you're banned, lifetime ban.
This power it's surging through me. I'm itching to pick someone toss him out like a fucking umpire.
We should get you, Cerny. We need to print you up a dozen lifetime ban from the Cerny Pool cards.
Oh,
and you could just dole them out to whoever you see fit.
I'll wear like a shirt with a pocket in the front. So like if you're a referee, like a soccer ref, just pull it out like a fucking yellow card, a red card dress. Boom. There you go.
I like that.
Hit the road.
Okay. A yellow card. They can't come to the next party.
Oh yeah.
So that's what T-Bone has.
He's going to have a yellow card.
And then another yellow card, 2 parties. That could kind of be almost the whole, that's the majority of the summer right there.
You're taking the year off.
So you're taking the year off. A red card, lifetime ban.
Don't come back, Jack.
Lifetime ban.
Not in the pool. Not here.
Pack your shit right now and get the fuck out of here. Get out of here.
And I'll toss it up to you so you can toss them out like a fucking umpire. Out of here.
But you can't be lazy like Joe West with the.
No. You gotta get your
He's just there's no enthusiasm.
It's nonchalantly. I've done it so many times. I have no pleasure. Just
Joe, pretend it's Bobby Cox back in the day, and just give him a good heave ho when he's motherfucking you up and down.
Yeah,
like you deserve.
Reach back down to maybe touch some
like
grass.
Hideo Nomo, dude. Be down there with Hideo Nomo and come back and just toss his ass out. Those are the good days. Now we have umpires checking people's belts and gloves after a good inning. You strike out the side. Whoa, come here. You got the spider tack.
Yeah, I know.
Look at them and shit. Got to check them out. All sorts of stuff. Well, Cerny, feel like that did it for this week. We got to remind people to, keep washing their hands and their penises and their genitals and all that stuff. Get vaccinated, people.
Then you don't have to wear a mask.
Then you don't have to wear a mask. Easy as can be. And till next time, I'm Chip.
I'm Cern.
Cheers.